You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back, Rudrance, for Black and White Sports 2. Let's talk about Lamar Jackson because, well, the Falcons supposedly was talking to the Baltimore Ravens about a potential Lamar Jackson deal, and those conversations started in Indianapolis at the scouting combine. Well, I guess a decision was made since then that the Falcons are out. And point of fact, it looks like, and I'll give you two reasons, but it looks like everybody is out. Multiple teams reportedly won't pursue Lamar Jackson. Who's left? What could deals look like? After the Ravens placed the non-exclusive franchise tag on Lamar Jackson yesterday, making him eligible to negotiate with other teams, reports begin to surface that 5 teams in particular would not be pursuing him. The teams mentioned were the Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, Commanders, and Raiders. Although the Raiders have come out and said they haven't completely eliminated him in the discussion. ESPN's Bill Barnwell named 16 teams that should consider trading for Jackson, who, according to Josina Anderson, is seeking a contract with more guaranteed money than Deshaun Watson's $230 million. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. And we will get to the Florio thing in a minute, to the media in a minute, because NFL teams are being accused of collusion, all right? And what has happened here is, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, we've talked about it before, the NFL teams are not going to give Lamar Jackson a Deshaun Watson contract. In fact, no NFL team will give another guaranteed contract to one of these guys. It doesn't work in a salary cap-based league. And the feeling is, and yes, it's amongst NFL owners, and this isn't collusion, folks. If all owners who have the right to say yay or nay on what kind of contracts they want to give to players, if all owners are in agreement that the Cleveland Browns made a colossal mistake, and they're still not happy with Jimmy Haslam, made a colossal mistake, they're not going to continue said mistake by doing it again. Now, we've already seen this course correction start. It was no guaranteed contract for Kyler Murray and no guaranteed contract for Russell Wilson. Okay? No guaranteed contract for Derek Carr now. No guaranteed contract for Daniel Jones now. No guaranteed contract for Geno Smith now. The NFL has corrected its mistake. They're not going to give Lamar Jackson a guaranteed contract. And Mike Florio is starting to scream from the hills and the mountaintops that unprovable collusion has started. And I just find it so odd that this has to be a case of collusion. If the owners all agree, it's got to be collusion. They're the ones that write the checks. By the way, and we'll get to this, NFL fans in PFT's comments section are destroying Florio right now. They are destroying this entire argument. Now, there's another reason why NFL teams have come out and publicly stated they will not pursue Lamar, and it is that there is absolutely a feeling amongst NFL teams that Lamar Jackson quit on the Baltimore Ravens last year, especially going into that playoff game that I think a lot of people believed they could have won, actually, if Lamar had played. He had a knee injury. He played off that knee injury, saying that he was injured. There was a feeling, a definite feeling from a lot of people across football that Lamar could have played. And because of that, he's not getting his wishes. Now, I'm going to tell you how unsmart it is that Lamar is choosing to do his own negotiations. All you have to do is look at the very agency, and I don't know the agency's name. I'm not going to throw it out there, but it's the same agency that just got Daniel Jones paid, Russell Wilson paid, Kyler Murray paid, Dak Prescott paid a lot of money. He does not have an agent, and this is going very badly for Lamar. Very badly. This is what Florio says. When it comes to the Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson, there will never be direct evidence of an agreement among teams or a directive from 345 Park Avenue to avoid at all costs giving Jackson a fully guaranteed contract. But the circumstantial evidence is potent and, as we saw today, sudden. Free agency doesn't begin until next Wednesday. Immediately, however, in the aftermath of the application of the non-exclusive franchise tag to Jackson, the Falcons made it known to ESPN, the Panthers made it known to The Athletic, the Dolphins made it known to ESPN that they wouldn't be pursuing Jackson. They were considered, especially the Falcons and the Panthers, especially the Falcons, were considered the people that would run straight at Lamar Jackson. The last one is a bit of a surprise given that Josina Anderson of CBS Sports reported over the weekend that the Dolphins would, quote, explore all options at quarterback. How can the Dolphins explore all options while giving Jackson the cold shoulder? The pattern is troubling. It suggests that teams are avoiding ever getting to the point where they decline giving Jackson a fully guaranteed Deshaun Watson-style contract because they'll never even talk to Jackson. They're just not interested. Don't call us. We'll call you unless we won't. It reeks of collusion. It reeks as much collusion as what happened with Colin Kaepernick. Here we go. It reeks as much as the collusion that has gone on for a long, long time regarding the money given to coaches. It reeks as much as the collusion that plainly occurred during the uncapped year of 2010 when the Cowboys in Washington later got whacked for daring to treat the uncapped year as uncapped. Now, after the NFLPA already filed a grievance alleging collusion and refusal to give fully guaranteed contracts to, quote, certain quarterbacks, teams that otherwise should be at least talking to a former MVP who is available for 2 first-round picks have made it known to the world not to bother connecting them to Lamar. Wow. So, here's what we got from NFL fans, because some of Florio's own readers drug his ass over this. Or they just don't want being part of a circus with a guy who has won 1 playoff game, quit on his team this year, and has not finished the last 2 seasons, and who relies on elite athleticism, which is unlikely to outlast a major contract. 1,552 likes to 129 dislikes. That gives you a true pulse of where the NFL fandom... Oh, my God. It refreshed on me. I've had this article up a while. 1,778 likes versus 146 dislikes. Or, in caps, next one, maybe the teams don't think Jackson is worth 2 first-round picks, not to mention cap problems of signing a quarterback at $40 to $50 mil per year. I sure would not want to give up 2 ones for him if I was a GM of a team with space to sign him. There you go. 1,275. It's refreshed to 70 dislikes. Guaranteed contracts with salary cap will cripple many franchises. It's not collusion. It's smart business. I agree. Just because the Browns are idiots doesn't mean the rest of the franchises need to be idiots. Let's see what this refreshes to. 1,475 likes to 69 dislikes. Good. I'm not sure how much longer QBs could keep playing leapfrog to have the honor of being the highest paid, but it's not sustainable. And if a guy knows all he has to do is to withhold his services like Jackson did at the end of last season and wait for another team to pony up, it'll ruin the sport. You'll start seeing it all over the place. About time someone stopped this madness, and if collusion is what it takes, I'm all in. If players don't like it, to hell with them. Let them get a 5 to 6 figure job a year like the rest of us. Let's see what that refreshes to. 710 likes to 80 dislikes. I like this one. Lamar is doing players a disservice by being the one to push the issue of guaranteed contracts. He is 100% the type of player who no one in their right mind would give a guaranteed contract to for as long as the salary cap exists. He has not, in caps, been as good the last couple of years. He hasn't been able to finish either season. He has not had playoff success. And QBs with that skill set rarely do. You can't guarantee $250 million to a guy who will be on IR by week 9. It's going to have to be a Mahomes type of player. Honestly, and that's 1,007 likes to 39. I mean, man, Florio's getting drug. But I will say this. I don't think it's collusion. I do think it is a conscious effort for the owners, and it is their right. They own these teams. And it is their right to determine how they're going to spend their money and what kind of contracts they're willing to give. The owners and NFL teams are sending a clear message. The Deshaun Watson contract was a huge mistake. We view it as a huge black eye, a huge mistake, and it will not happen again. It's a salary-capped league. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Wow, NFL fans dragging, and this is going to come out. The media more and more will start hollering this collusion shit because Lamar Jackson is one of the new media darlings. Okay? And in a lot of ways, so was Deshaun Watson. I wonder why in today's political climate. Y'all can read between the lines on that one. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.